Infinity Games Podcast.
I was digging through all the vinyl records, and I only picked one out, whatever. There's a guy behind me. I'm like digging through the last 50 vinyl records.
Yeah.
And his wife comes up to him and she's like, "Oh, what you finding?" He's like, Mozart, Bach, Disney lullabies, Disney Sing Your Kid to Sleep, and Princess Mononoke. Fucking music from the fucking motion picture. I was fucking salty.
Oh, I bet.
You know what, this isn't even what I wanted to tell you, but I was so fucking pissed off about it, because I've literally been looking for years for any Ghibli soundtrack. And I was like right about to go into those CDs, and this guy behind me just happens to get it, and he's saying it out loud, and I'm just there like, "Did you say Mononoke?" He's like, "Oh yeah." And I'm like, "Can I just have a look?"
Can I just slit your throat silently and walk out the door with this?
Yeah, like I'm literally already on my knees looking up at him and this disc. Because I'm on the bottom row of fucking records, and I'm just like, no. And yeah, of course, I like go back to looking through my records, and he has to throw in just like, "Oh, look, it's in immaculate condition." I'm like sitting there. I'm like sitting there crying to myself.
Kari's just like, they're there.
She wasn't there at the time, but it's just the brutality of buying things secondhand sometimes.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Sometimes you just miss things by seconds.
You know what that reminds me of, real quick, is, who was it? I can't remember, but those guys that you were watching on YouTube for a while, and they'd like bum around to like GameStops and stuff and just try to find like old rare games or whatever.
Yeah.
And the one guy, it was the same thing. He was like looking at like the bottom shelf of these old NES games. Then all of a sudden, his buddy just
Game
like
Chasers.
just snatches in, and he's like, "What the fuck did you grab?" And it was the fucking Flintstones.
Surprise at Dinosaur Peak.
Yeah, which is what is it, like a $500 game?
Yeah, I think it's gone up pretty significantly since then too. It's probably like 800 or something ridiculous like that now.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Dude,
that's exactly what that reminds me of.
I'm so out of the loop on NES game prices. Like, that stuff's changed so ridiculously since I was like actually finding games, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's so up and down, right?
Like, no, fucking NES games is like nothing but up, but like I haven't got a good haul for like 2 years at this point, so I haven't been looking into like what are these selling for, you know, what prices should I be paying kind of thing. So every once in a while, I'll just kind of like look back in and see that Mario Bros has gone up in value another $10 and just cry to myself because it's like the most common game ever.
My coffee table is getting further and further away.
Yep, the coffee table out of Mario and Duck Hunt cartridges.
Yep.
Oh boy. So anyways, he leaves, I finish looking through the records, and then I'm against the CD shelf scouring it, reading every single title, just hoping that maybe they missed something, because they walked out of there with a good stack of like 15 CDs or so.
Bastards.
Nah, he just got lucky, I'll let him have it. But, so I'm scouring, and usually when I look through things, because, you know, I got my fucking eagle eyes, I just scan across, and then I scan the other way, and so I usually look through a whole shelf in like fucking a minute.
Yeah.
No, I'm reading every single goddamn title to make absolute sure I didn't miss anything, and I found one CD that they didn't find.
And?
It's the Tales of Xillia soundtrack sealed.
Oh.
For $2.